What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Variety Views. I'm your host, the Variety Vendor, here to review Lucky. This is an amazing movie. One of the biggest shockers that I've seen in 2017 because it came out of nowhere. When I saw the poster for this, Harry Dean Stanton is the lead, and he's got like a cowboy hat, and I'm like, okay, is he what, a sheriff of a town or what? So I was like, okay, maybe that's what I'm expecting, a western. And this is the directorial debut of John Carroll Lynch. He's better known as he was one of the characters in American Horror Story, as well as the Drew Carey Show, which is one of my favorite sitcoms. And this is his directorial debut, and what a directorial debut! One of the best movies ever. Harry Dean Stanton, this is his final role, and before his death, and he absolutely knocks it out of the park and carries this movie because the performance is so real. His character is basically this, this 90-year-old, and that's exactly what his age was. This person that goes through a certain routine, doesn't, he doesn't stray from it for many years. He's always that way, and he grew to be 90, but still looks like he's in his 20s or 30s. He always smokes, a pack a day. But even his doctor, played by Ed Begley Jr., who was, it was a surprise to see him because I don't see him much in movies. And I know him best from Batman Forever. Back to work, Edward. And David Lynch. David Lynch is in here. One of the best directors is in here, playing Howard, and this very this type of person that's off his rocker, that always wants to take care of his tortoise. Okay, not turtle, tortoise. Some people get that mixed up. Some they're like, oh, that's a turtle. No, turtles are, the kind that, live underwater. The tortoise is what basically lives on land, and Howard. And this movie starts off with a tortoise, slowly walking, and I'm like, okay, that's got to mean something, and there's a wonderful monologue that David Lynch, he spouts out, and it makes all the sense in the world, as well as Lucky. Harry Dean Stanton doing, having the performance of his life, of his like what 70-year career. He's been in such great movies like Aliens, not Aliens. He was in Alien. He was in, I believe. Hold on for a sec. Cool Hand Luke. Cool Hand Luke. Yeah. Godfather 2. Remember him from. Jeez, I don't remember him from Christine. I think he was in there, like, cause I don't really remember him from that, but Last Temptation of Christ, yeah, I do remember him from that, and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I do remember him from all these movies, and what an icon, and what a legacy he's had, and ending it with Lucky, one of the best movies of 2017, one of the best movies I've ever seen. I give this movie 5 stars, because it's so simple, and when you're watching this, and it feels like you're watching real life, like you're part of this world. Just an amazing type of world building. It's kind of like, I would, the way that I would describe it is like if you go to visit your grandparents, and you have, spend a weekend there. This is what it feels like. And it's not like, the type of grandparents that are, very mean or anything like that, or mean spirited, but ones that are wise, and ones that, that teach you something, and not just that, but are funny, and are, a fun to have around, and I felt that way. Lucky is one of my favorite, not only one of my favorite movies, but Lucky himself is one of my favorite characters, because he's got such a warm heart, and it takes some time for you to, let him, like an old dog, an old, wounded dog. It takes some time to earn his trust, but when you do, he is one of the, one of your favorite people to have around. So, give this movie 5 stars, and I highly, highly recommend this. Rest in peace, Harry Dean Stanton. And with that being said, Raycon Fairhound, please subscribe and share with your friends, share with everybody. Check out my next video, we'll be talking about something else.